Hello, everybody, and very welcome to the first International Founders Talk. We are really happy to be here at the Tech Quartier tonight. My name is Julia. I'm your host for tonight. I'm the founder of Edon, and we are really happy to have Chris as a guest tonight, who is going to present his startup Split to us. And first of all, he's going to give us a short overview of the Split idea and what their startup is actually doing. Afterwards, we're going to have some questions so that you get an insight on what it's like to be an international founder here in Frankfurt, and also, to get an idea of how his journey was actually going. So we're really happy, and now I'm giving over to Chris.
Okay, thank you so much, Julia. Hi, everybody. ¿Está funcionando? So, thank you so much, Felipe, for having me tonight. I'm Christian Castro Push. I'm 29 years old. I'm come from Colombia originally. I was born there, and I also did my high school there. And after that, I came to Germany for my studies. I came directly to Darmstadt, where I studied industrial engineering with a major in mechanics. And as I was starting with my master's, I had a business idea that I decided to take to life with some friends, and I have been doing this since 2018. So I will tell you a little bit what we do at Split. I think gastronomy is a huge topic in our lives. I think everybody likes to go to eat something in a restaurant with friends, have some drinks in the bar. And we all have been confronted with the problems of the gastronomy. We already have had a bad experience, for example, that you, as a user or as a guest in the gastronomy, you get the wrong order, or, for example, that it takes very long to get an order, to order something or to pay. So what we do at Splits, we address the problem of the guest, like the users of the gastronomy, but mainly the problems of the gastronomes. Like, gastronomes have a huge problem reaching you out, like getting you to know their offer. And then when they get you into their restaurants, they have the challenge to offer you a fast and satisfactory service. And this is like a very big problem right now because of a lack of personnel, like it's becoming more relevant for the gastronomers. Another problem is that the gastronomers invest like more than 25% of their revenue in different platforms. And the huge investment is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that all the data of his users, of his customers, get lost in different marketplaces or platforms. And by the end of the day, the gastronome don't really know who has bought in his place, like who is really his customer. So here we saw a huge opportunity. So what we do at Split is we reduce the cost and the operational times. Like what we do is, like with digital solutions, we optimize the internal processes of the gastronomes, and parallel to this, we increase then their revenues. How we do it? Like we start with optimizing the online presence of the gastronomes. What we do is we digitize completely their offer, and we bring it omni-channel online. And for this, we get the gastronome like more rich about his offers, and we make him like more flexible to have his offer always up to date online. With the digitization of the menu, we enable the gastronome to offer in-house self-ordering. This is like, as a user, as a guest in the restaurant, you can order and pay directly through your phone. And we also offer the gastronome a web shop that he can put like in all his communication channels online. So he can be like more independent to big platforms, delivery platforms, for example, Liferando, Bolt. So he can like start building a relationship with his customers and start offering his own tools. And the best part of Split is like the gastronomer profits from each order that goes through Split, independent of in the restaurant or through his web shop, because he gets some insights about his customer group, and he has the opportunity like to get some analytics and also do some retargeting. We have a very simple business model. Like the gastronom can decide which kind, depending on his needs, he can decide with which kind of package he wants to start. And if he books like all the packages we offer, we can get up to 700 euros per month per customer. So for you like to get an understanding what are the benefits that we offer to the customers, I start here with the digital menu. Along with this simple feature, we save a lot of money and also time for the customers. Like we make them more flexible to have their offer up to date and also to change prices. Like this is a huge topic, like a huge pain right now because of inflation. On the other side, we have customers that use our in-house self-ordering like this, a very good product to fight the staff shortage, and in the same way, like they get to increase their sales by up to 15%. So on the other hand, we have the web shop with this product. As I told you before, the gastronomies get to be like more independent of delivery platforms, and on the same way they can then increase their sales between 20 and 25%. Yeah, until now we have more than 240 happy customers. Our customers have already get like more than 200,000 orders through Split and make revenue about more than 4 million euros. We have like monthly recurring users, about 10,000 users, and yeah, we have been getting like very good feedback from them that they really like the product, that is very user friendly. So we are a team of 3 founders. Like me, I am the one in charge of the whole numbers, the operations, and the strategy. Then we have Carsten, he's the one in charge of product development. And then we have Norman, he's the one like in charge for sales and marketing. Right now we're a team of 15 people, but we are always looking for new talent. So if you guys are looking for a job, just ping me, write me on LinkedIn, and yeah, we were happy to have an interview with you. Thank you so much.
All right. So, Chris, thank you so much for giving us an overview of what Split is actually doing and how far you've come up to this point. Congratulations for that also.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think it was a big and long journey.
For sure.
Yeah, you already told us that you started in 2018, right?
Yeah.
So one of my first questions would be like, do you still remember the moment when you had the idea? Was it like, because you said it was in your master's, was it sitting together with people in a restaurant and having the idea, or how did it occur to you?
Like as I was doing my bachelor's, I worked like for 2 years in the gastronomy as a barkeeper, and there like I really got to know, okay, how are the processes behind the bar, how is like managing the customers. I saw, okay, it's really difficult, and I saw there an opportunity to improve this kind of processes. So I was always thinking, okay, how can I do it? And in April 2018, I remember I was with some friends in USA. We were a group of around 10 people, and then I saw the process they were using there. So the way they do it, like you put like when you come to a restaurant, you have to, one of the persons have to give his credit card, so the table opens, so everybody orders what they want, he pays like the whole bill, and then everybody gives his part like through PayPal or something like that. And I thought, okay, how is this in Germany when you're in a group of 10 people, everybody wants to pay his part with cash, and the waiter is completely overwhelmed with the whole situation. There you have always a rest of the bill that is missing. So I thought, okay, it would be way more easier to split the bill. That's why the name Split. If everybody could order directly through his own smartphone and pay also directly through his phone. So that was the way the idea was born.
Yeah, so you came back from the US and you had this really amazing idea that you wanted to put into place. So you already showed us your team. What were the steps that made you find your team? Like, was it really difficult, or was it really easy? Did you already know the people, or did you go and search for them?
I would say I was very lucky finding my team. Like as I had the idea, like as I told you, I studied industrial engineering, so I thought, okay, I can do the numbers part, the operations, the strategy, but I knew I need like an IT guy in order to develop the whole product. So I started talking with my friends. I started looking in my network, and I found directly a guy, a good friend. He was like doing his master's in IT and also philosophy. And he was fell directly in love with the idea, and he told me, okay, I'm in. It was like the first talk I had. So then we have a friend in common. He was also an industrial engineer. So we talked with him. He was directly also in. So we thought, okay, two engineers, one IT guy. Let's maybe look for another IT guy. So we find him. The way we find him was very funny, like because we didn't know him before. A friend of mine was like doing a beer pong tournament in Darmstadt, and then I offered my place like for a base for this tournament. So it was like for 3 weeks, and each week you get like 3 new teams, so you get to know 6 new people, and I was just helping him. Not that I like to drink alcohol or something like that. And then in the first night, like it came Karsten, and we understand directly, like he came with his girlfriend dressed like a unicorn, something like that. I did okay, suspicious, but now he was like a really cool guy. We understand directly, and at the moment I didn't know that he was like programming. So yeah, then I talked with him. I think it was another night, and then I told him about the product, and he was also directly in. So the four of us, it was like the start founding team of Split. Like then we applied for a scholarship, Hessen Stipendium, and there we won like 40,000 euros. Yeah, around 40,000 euros for the first semester of 2019, so we can like finance ourselves and start building like the MVP. And then we have like a little bit of drama, like two of the founders, one industrial engineer and one of the IT guys decided like to go away of the founding team, like to quit, because they saw, okay, it isn't that easy as we thought, like doing sales, there is competitors, and you don't win a lot of money directly. So they thought, okay, I'm finishing my master's, so I better start like working directly. So at one moment, I think it was in July 2019, I was alone with Carson. He was programming, I was doing sales, and we thought, okay, what should we do? Should we stop or should we keep going? Like we were in love of the idea. We saw it was a huge potential. We have already the first customers, so we decided to keep going. And then we started like a founder community in Darmstadt, because our goal was like to get the founders in Darmstadt more together so we can help each other. And in the first event, we got to know Norman. He came because he was looking for some new ideas, and then we understand each other really good. And then at the next time, he just told me, okay, guys, I find your idea really nice. Let's just meet up. Maybe we can work something together. And then we start working with him. 2 months after that, we find the first investor, so we decided like to get him on board. And since then, I think it was the best decision ever, and I was really, really lucky with the team I have.
Okay, yeah, because there's the saying that I know that basically if you choose the people that you're being in a founder team with, you should choose as wisely as if you're going to be married, because probably you're going to spend more time with them. Sure. So basically you chose the unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. Okay, yeah, that's a good choice probably. So, and everybody who sees you and Carsten, I think can agree with that. I think it's also pretty interesting because you mentioned the Hessen Stipendium. That's also where we got to know each other, but I'm really happy to get to know a lot more about you today, especially because we work door to door every day. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you already mentioned like how hard it was to really find the founder team, and that you were in front of the challenge, should we continue or stop, at a very early stage already. So I think it's a very entrepreneurial spirit to say, okay, I've got a problem, and then I'm starting my own founder community here to solve the problem, and then it actually got solved. So that's pretty entrepreneurial spirit, in my opinion. What do you think were steps in your personal journey that gave you this kind of attitude, or what prepared you best to be an international founder today?
I would say the first step, moving to Germany. I think that was a really important step in my life. Like it wasn't easy, different culture, different language, but I decided to do it. And then like I had the luck having this great idea, then also finding the team, and then I would say finding also a great employees, great investors. Like we have been working really hard, but I would say like we were also really lucky to find like the right people to keep going. So difficult to say, but I would say each steps, everything that happens bring us to the point where we are right now.
Yeah, you just said that it was pretty hard to come to Germany in the first place, and that there were some challenges. Can you think of any additional challenge that you would say was especially hard for you as somebody from an international background?
I would say like coming from from another country to Germany, I would say it's really difficult. You are going always to have like I would say like an internal fight because I'm really very self-critical, so I'm trying always to be on top. And when you are here, you have this language barrier, you have the culture barrier, so you try always to compare yourself with the natives, you know, with the Germans. And I have a really nice story for this. Like when I started studying in 2012, like I was really happy getting to know my friends, like to get like more in touch with the Germans, let's say. And yeah, I was really lucky in our orientation week because I got to know really nice people. Like they were like, yeah, we were very similar. We're very social. We were partying a lot, but they were also really really smart guys and girls. And then as we start like with the exams, like in the first semester, I can remember we had to do like eight exams, and the guys were always like partying. So I thought, okay, maybe this isn't so difficult. Maybe it's like similar than school. And then like 2 months before the exam, like I saw those guys were learning, but not so much. I thought, okay, maybe I can do it. But then I saw, okay, for these 8 subjects, it was a lot to study. So at the end, I decided, okay, maybe I'm going just only to do like 4 subjects. At the end of the semesters, I didn't pass any exam, and they passed all their exams. And it was my first semester, so I was thinking, okay, what did I did wrong? I never doubt about myself, like, okay, I'm going to be able like to get this study done. I just knew, okay, maybe I didn't spend the time right, so the next semester I really study really hard, didn't party that much, and then I start getting good grades. So I would say it's really difficult to compare directly yourself, but it was with the Germans, but I with the natives, but yeah, this is also a motivation to get always better.
Yeah, all right. So do you think as a strategy to really cope with these challenges, just working a lot harder is the only thing that you can do, or is there anything where you say, okay, this is something that really helped me a lot to face some of the additional challenges that were there?
I would say work hard, don't yeah, believe in yourself. And I was getting like always more confident the way I was like achieving more success, like more achievements. Then I finished my study. Then it started with Split, like we start getting the first customers, the products start working, then we get the first investors. Like with each step with each achievement, like I start believing like more in myself, being more confident, and just like it was like more easier to start improving.
Apart from the challenges that are definitely there, I also believe that there are a lot of additional skills and knowledge that are brought to the table if there are people from different cultures sitting together. So do you think, what are some of the skills and knowledges that are brought to the table in any team that includes international founders?
Yeah, for this question, I can only speak like for Colombia and for Germany. And I think each country, each culture has his own special skills, special superpowers, I would say. Like for Colombians, I can say we're really happy people, very social people, very warm, very passionate. But on the same time, we tend, like, when we hear something and we like it, we always are going to say what you want to hear. But sometimes the people that don't really deliver and are committed on what they say. And on the other side, you have the, I would just say the German people. They are like more, I would say like not shy, but like more a little bit careful. But on the other hand, when they say something, they really do it. They really mean it, and they're really disciplined. So I think it's really nice having people from other cultures because everybody like takes the best part of each culture, each part, and then you have a really nice mix.
Are there situations or like a certain feeling or atmosphere in the team of Split, especially where you feel that it's pretty helpful to have different backgrounds and different perspectives on several topics?
Like we have a multicultural team. We have people from Costa Rica. We have people from Peru. We have people from Iran. We have people from Spain. We have also people from Germany. And I think yeah, like it is really nice to see how everybody is so different, but in the same way, very similar, and everybody has like his own point of view and creativity. So you get like to see problems from different angles. So I think like having multicultural employees or a team, it makes like you more dynamic, I would say.
Yeah, I can definitely believe that. Even if you have a team that is really dynamic and they are all united to work towards an idea that everybody really believes in, then there's always the system that you're working with, like the German state system, for example. Do you feel that international founders are a lot supported by the state system, or is it making their life a lot harder, like with the university example that you just brought?
I would say, like, I was very lucky because my mom is German, so I have the German passport. But I believe for people that don't have the passport, the German passport, is maybe more difficult, like to found a company. Maybe they're also not able to do it. So I think this kind of problem they have, but with the university, they have also special places for people that come from another country. So I think not. I think the government helps a lot. People also to get integrated. That is really good. Yeah, I would just say like some legal topics are kind of difficult.
Is there anything that you would recommend that the German state system should definitely change to make it more easy for everybody from all around the world to really be here and implement the great ideas that they are having?
I would say there are new companies that has been created exactly for this purpose. For example, Welcome to Germany. Like they are there in order to make the life easier for people from other countries to come to Germany to feel welcome directly. That's why also the name Welcome to Germany, maybe to find a work directly, his insurance and everything. So I think this is really nice. It doesn't have to be directly from the government. I think they also have similar programs, but it's nice to see that also in the startup world, people are thinking about this problem and offering some solutions.
All right, so you already told us that believing in yourself is one of the biggest challenges that somebody can learn in this journey of founding a startup. So you also told us that when you were in a very early stage, you were thinking about whether you should continue or not. Was there any specific moment where you really doubted that you could make it as an international founder, explicitly because you were seen as different or felt left out?
Yeah, I would say I never thought about myself. I just knew, like with the university, the same thing. It was going to be just a little bit more challenging for me. It was like going to be like kind of more difficult, but yeah, I decided to do it, and I'm not going to stop until I succeed.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, so in case out there's anybody who is still doubting if he or she can make it as an international founder, and they're still thinking about whether they should take the step or not, is there any recommendation that you have, anybody that you would say you should turn to and ask for advice or for support?
I would say if you're already studying here in Germany, you can get directly through to the university. They have some innovation centers. They also help with some connections, also with network, with events, also with feedback if you already have an idea. For example, in Darmstadt, you have the highest, it's an innovation center. And yeah, the best example is the Univator from the Goethe Universität. Like they have a really amazing program. They offer you like an office. They open their doors for a lot of network. Because of them, we get to know our first investors. So yeah, these kinds of programs I would say are really important for the early life of each idea, each startup, independing if you come from another country or are in Germany. So I would say that is really important. And on the other hand, I would say, yeah, if you have some questions, you can always ping me, just add me on LinkedIn, and you can ask me whenever you want.
Yeah, I totally agree to that. Also, like the first founding support, yeah, systems were really important for us too. The coaching, the mentoring, especially from universities, is pretty amazing. That's really great. Okay, so maybe as a closing, is there any learning or any advice that you would give to somebody who's not originally from Germany but thinking about being an international founder here?
Yeah, I would say, to keep it short, believe in yourself, work hard, go always the extra mile, and yeah, don't stop, keep going. I think you will make it. What it always helped me a lot was like reading a lot or like hearing books, because before you, it was already a lot of founders that came also from different countries. So it's always really nice to find a mentor, or yeah, to hear stories about someone that already made it, so you can get like more motivation, like also get inspired, and also to be better prepared for the challenges that are coming.
So obviously, you seem like one of these inspirational examples that people can turn to. So thanks so much for asking, answering the questions, and for being here. And yeah, hear you next time maybe.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Julia. Thank you, Felipe.